Good morning, everyone. As I said, my name is David Turner and I represent Leadership Management Australia, the Betcher licence. I started with the LMA earlier this year, and Gary basically said, right, before you do anything, you're enrolled into this course. Now, I hadn't done any study for quite some time, so I thought, wow, I'm going to be challenged by this. So effectively, I think the major thing is that I have enjoyed it. I mean, I've enjoyed actually the whole experience with the people as well. Being a course coach certainly is a different role that I've ever had before. I've had a lot of management experience, but I certainly found this course to be very effective. In fact, I should say I probably should have done this 20 years ago. It would have really helped me. The added challenge is that I haven't had an effective team or a specific team. So I've actually seconded one of our teammates, Adam, who works in the office, to be my development team. So basically,
Do you want me to do that? Do you want me to do it here, perhaps? Right.
It's not working, Jim.
It's most works too far away. Do you want me to do it for you?
All right, a little.
I can do it here.
Okay. Why this course? Basically, as a requirement of LMA, we do all of our own courses. We're required to do our own courses, obviously for the understanding of the process, but most importantly, as a course coach, I can is this turned on?
Yeah, it is turned on. You might have to. You might be
Okay. In coaching participants, certainly I need to have that understanding, but the side benefit from it really has been that I've had an enormous benefit from self-management, being able to do things better in my workplace as a result of a lot of the information. Okay. Really, the satisfaction is that I've completed all the assignments. All the greens, as the participants will see there, there's been a journey along the way, so it's really good to see that. And signing off has been really good. The key learnings, really, there's so much to take from this course. It's very hard to summarise in these few minutes. There's been various aspects of the helpful tools, the time analysis, the HPAs, the goal planning sheets, the neat planner, feedback logs. Look, just to name a few, but the things that I've really taken out of it is I've been more goal orientated. I know it's all been said here before, but really it's about setting yourself, writing down those goals. I've never really done much of that in the past, and as much as you have objectives to meet, you really need to put it in that SMART format to make it work for you. And as Jim says, it's about writing a contract for yourself. So it's forcing you to go through that process. The next one is planning and preparing. Absolutely critical as far as I'm concerned in anything that we do, whether it's our daily operations or dealing with our people. We've had those hard discussions with our employees that we need to make. So it's the big W question. And Jim, as you've often said to us, the what, why, wherefore, all those sorts of things are absolutely critical in making sure that you know where you're going. The next one there, listen more carefully for better understanding. I was always probably one of those that tended to think about what I was going to say next, getting my opinion across. But really now it's a matter of listening to people and understanding really what they're talking about, using a bit of empathy in that respect as well. And communication styles. This was a big learner for me in terms of the module that we did this in, having the differences between the driver and the analytical, the pacifier, all those sorts of things. So now I'm actually summing up people whilst they're speaking so that I know what my responses should be and in the way it should be delivered as well. So I really felt that one was being very important. And the last one there is leadership, walk the talk. I would never ask anybody to do anything unless I was prepared to do it myself. That's the way I've been taught through my life. The managers that I've had through my past career have always basically said, if you're not prepared to do it yourself, then no one else should either. Okay, the next one there is, just want to share a couple of win-win goals with you. This one might be very, very simple, but it was one of the most useful for me. Just getting myself organised, planning and prioritising my diary, getting time slots aside to do my HPAs and setting for my coaching, that sort of, rather than being totally reactive. In the past, it's always been, okay, answer the telephone, yeah, look, I'll get onto that now, sort of thing, rather than having a clear, defined week ahead of you. You still need to be reactive, don't get me wrong, but just not quite as much. The other win-win goal I had was the CRM database. We had a systems improvement goal. When I first joined the LMA group, we were, they had systems in place, but not necessarily all brought together. So one of the things that I wanted to do was identify what management reports I could bring together from our CRM database. To date, that's been very useful. We're up to the point where we can now put in fresh information and we know that we're going to get the right results. My workplace project. Stage 1, basically known as Customer Re-Engagement Project. We've had, as I say, this database, but it's been a bit out of date for some years. So the first part was quite a large job in getting all the information clean and up to date. This is where my compatriot Adam came into play. He understood the system better than I did. He knew how to go and clean that information and how to get the updated information. So working with him, it's been quite an enjoyable time where he's come to me with ideas on how to do things, which is very important because that's part of his development to ask questions or to put forward suggestions. The follow on from that, I just skipped ahead there, Jim, for 1 second, but I'll just cover this one off, is that the return on investment for that particular project is probably not measurable because we will just basically get information in, but it's an opportunity to reconnect with them in a more, concise way, using a newsletter or our individual information that we send out. Return on investment, it's probably very difficult in my instance to give an exact figure on it. Yes, through efficiencies, I've probably saved some time, time management and everything. But ultimately, I think it's the quality of work, and I think this has really come as a result of basically my confidence has grown in what I'm doing, more productive, my knowledge of the systems, the LMA processes, all of that is now helping me. I've certainly overcome some personal barriers with regards to dealing with people. I'm not saying I was an obstinate sort of character, but I think listening and working with people now is better for me. And certainly I've been inspired by others, and that means you guys in the room, because coaching a number of you, going through your trials and tribulations has been really an inspiration to me, how you've overcome them, what you've done about them, so I really appreciate that aspect of it. Next is, most importantly, it's about being part of that team. Whether you're a leader of the team or within the team, you all take a role at some point in time when you are responsible for taking that leadership. So I've certainly looked at that aspect as being most important. And the new goal for me in that respect is taking what we've learned, putting into place now my workplace project, just moving forward, expanding the business as best we can. So in closing, thank you to Jim, obviously. You've made a huge impact on all of us, and we appreciate that very much. My manager, mentor and course coach is Gary Betcher, and unfortunately he's not here today, but I've had working with him day on, day out. It's been quite an interesting journey for me. And finally to you guys, look, sharing, I know it's all been said before, but sharing those experiences has been quite enlightening at times, and I've learned a lot from you guys as well, so thank you very much.